Wow, beautiful people with beautiful culture, wonderful heritage, you would say. Yes, like I said, we have a district head in the house. Please join me as I welcome Alhaji Yunusa Ashama Karimo. He is the district head of Karimo Sabo. Sir, you are welcome.
Thank you and
Thank
good
you
morning.
so much. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure too, an honor for us to have you come to our studio.
Thank you.
Okay, now for someone who does not know the Gade people, let's hear your history and then also your heritage.
Thank you. That is a beautiful one. But by way of introduction,
Okay.
my full names are Alhaji Yunusa Ashama Karmo. I am the district head of Karmo Sabo in Abuja Municipal Area Council. We are currently under Jiwa Chiefdom. The Gade people, as you rightly said, is one of the 9 indigenous tribes that we have in the landmass of 8,000 square kilometers that has been designated as the federal capital of Nigeria, FCT. The Gade people, from the onset, there is a corruption in the name. The Gade people, we are called Babie.
Okay.
The Gade people came out, just as we have the Igbo people. If you go to the north, they will say Inyamiri,
Okay.
Inyamiri. So the word Ngede, I said in Gade language, was what was used
To form the name.
to form the name for us.
So it means I said.
Yes, but that is not the real name of our tribe. The real name is Babie.
Okay.
But
Okay.
since Ngada has been used to tag us, which has been in record, we have kept using that name Gade, which is well known all over the world now that the tribe is Gade. But among us, the Gade people, we call ourselves Babie. That is the real name.
Okay.
That has come. Just like where we have native name and English name. The English name now overshadow the native name.
Okay.
I think that was what actually happened. Well, by way of history again, as we know, the whole world, people migrate from one point to the other, till at a point in time that we settled in a particular place and we've been identified as indigenous of such places. It's not only peculiar to the Gade people. The Gade people, as the history has it, are from the language family of the Congo-Niger basin.
Okay.
And based on migration, as other people migrate, they also migrate too. The first migration that the Gade people had, they migrated through their ancestral leader, because we have a leader, a spiritual leader, ancestral leader called Adapo among the Gade people that we so respect. Whatever the Adapo foresee and foretell the people, they abide by it. So during the migration, the Adapo led the migration through Western Sudan down to Kano in the year 1068.
Wow, that's a long time.
It's a long time,
Wow.
1068. Then the Gade people settled in a place called Gaduwo, Gadawo. The location is currently in Jigawa State. So if you go to Jigawa State, there is a place called Gadawo. So the first migration of the Gade people, that was where they settled. And the Gade people, by culture, they are great farmers. They are great farmers. They keep on looking for where there is fertile land and there is peace, because Gade people are peace-loving people. So at a point again, if you have access to this book titled Notes on the Tribes, Provinces, Emirates, and state provinces in northern Nigeria. And that book was written by O. Temple and edited by C.L. Temple in 1965. The Gade people have been identified there to have equally migrated from the Kano side down to the current place we are. That is as at that time it wasn't FCT here. So this side, you see in that book that the Gade people have been situated in the River Suma, Kefi, down to Nasarawa Northwest Division. That is this side, covering this FCT side. That the Gade people have been situated there before 1750 AD. So, if you go down to Kuje, Warwada side, these are all the places that the Gade people occupy. So currently, if you go to Niger State, FCT, and Nasarawa State, you see a large number of Gade people in their villages. We could still have partly in some other state, but majorly, you see the Gade people in Nasarawa State, FCT, and Niger State. As regard to the culture of the Gade people, apart from the farming passion that they have, because anywhere we are being identified with people who have food available. Okay. So, and for you to be able to have food in abundance, you must be a good farmer. So the Gade people are fondly farming yam, guinea corn, maize. Okay. Mostly these are the first thing that the Gade people grow, but with situation changing, the Gade people equally diverse to other farming products like cassava, groundnut, plantain, banana, and a host of others. But mostly like the plantain, banana in those days were majorly for consumption, family consumption, not for sale. It is the yam that mostly we farm for selling. In those days, you hardly see a Gade man selling corn, selling guinea corn. No, because those are the things we eat very well. We hardly sell it.
So that you have enough.
Yes, even the yam, we keep good number of yams because there are classes of yams too. There are ones that are very good for pounded yam. Those ones, a Gade man will never sell it.
That means people like pounded yam.
Well, very well. Wow. With okra soup.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at a unique traditions that make your people think. What are those unique traditions that you're holding on tightly to that?
Basically, presently and even before now, one of the first traditions that the Gade people hold is one of our yearly anniversary called the Ena Festival. Ena Festival. All the Gade villages across the world, they do it every year.
Wow.
And that normally comes during the 8th month of the Gade people, because we have a way of counting our own month.
Oh, different
from the English version.
Oh.
So, and the 8th month coincides with the month of November.
Okay, meanwhile,
normally
is
11th, because the Gade people, it is when the rainy season starts, that is when their season has started.
Okay.
That is when we start counting the month, because that is when a Gade man, you never see him at home anyhow. He's always in the farm. The month has started. No joke again. So mostly it's around that April.
Okay. This is beautiful.
So
see how excited I am here, because it's good to know people around us.
Yes.
We'll take a break. When we come back, in fact, we need to continue. I'm sure a lot of you are interested to know where we can find these Gade people in the
Thank you.
FCT. All right, we'll be talking about, in fact, our spotlight is on the Gade people. And you've heard, see how I'm smiling because beautiful things are said about them. And these wonderful people, you'll learn more when we come back from this break. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We've been talking about the Gade people, the wonderful people, one of the indigenous tribes in the FCT. And I know that after hearing about them and the wonderful things about them, you will want to know more by visiting them. So let's continue. Now, talked about the 8 months,
Yes.
and they farm and they make sure that they are farmers, predominantly farmers.
Yes.
So let's hear.
You see, like the inner festival, which I said normally is hosted in the 8th month,
Okay.
there is a pre-arrangement to it,
Okay.
which normally comes on the 3rd month of the Gade County, which falls within the month of June.
Oh,
At that time, preparatory to the inner festival, there is what we call Tezegekuru. That Tezegekuru, a day will be announced that the entire community, if I translate Tezegekuru literally, meaning walking down the ground, that is the floor, you lock down the floor. So Tezegekuru in Gade language means that so day, and usually a day to that, a town crier will announce to the entire community that the next day is Tezegekuru. So on that day, as from morning till about 9, 10, 11 in the morning, you don't go to farm, you don't sweep, you don't pound,
okay.
you don't hit anything on the ground.
What's the significance?
So the significance is that we are preparing for the inner festival. 2, we are appeasing the gods of the land that, because 3rd month, by that time, people must have started planting. We are appeasing the land that this farming season should be a good one.
Better than the previous
one.
Wow.
So everybody will sit inside his or her room, no going out, no pounding, no sweeping, until around 11. Then the shrine will be offered a sacrifice.
Okay.
Once that is done, the drummer of the town will beat drum round. Once he beat that drum, shows that the ground has been opened.
Okay.
So everybody can now go to farm. One of the significance of that event is that year, by the grace of God, the inner festival is going to hold.
Wow. Okay, now let's look at the modernization has come. And I know that we all know that modernization comes with development.
Yes.
So let's look at the effects of modernization and then the advantages in terms of development. Let's look at that.
Well, just as you mentioned, whatever has advantage has its disadvantages. But in this case, I said the advantages are more, because though the way we do some of the practices in those days, we no longer do them like that again. For example, this Tezegekuru that will normally last from morning till about 12 noon, now highest 9 o'clock or so, it will come to an end, because the town has grown. There is a mixture. So by the time some other people who are not part of us are sweeping their ground, it's affecting the gods of the land. That is according to the Gade beliefs. So we just do it in a short period and come to an end. It doesn't last the way it used to be again. Like the inner festival too, normally it lasts for 7 days. So most of the time, because of the mixture, to avoid other crises and unforeseen circumstances like that, we shorten it to 3 days. Okay. But we have not entirely write some of these cultures out, especially in my community, Karumo. We still hold it with passion. But just that the way it was done, the time is taken, we shorten it. Like one of the traditions we have still hold on to very well is in the area of marriage, couple. So as soon as, even if you pay your introductory money to say, I seek the hand of this girl in marriage, in as much as marriage has not been contracted between you and the girl get pregnant, it's an abomination in the Gade land. So during that enough festival, you must bring a he goat to the community to appease the god. So the Gade people, it's a taboo for a girl to get pregnant in her family house, and we still hold that up till today.
Okay, now we talked about development. Before you give us your final, what are the things you can pick and say because of development or modernization in the FC? These are the things your people have picked.
Yes, you see, like myself, that I'm here today speaking English. In those days, you don't get a Gademan to speak English.
Wow.
But with the modernization that our children now go to school, so there are things that my kids are doing now that I look stupid before them. You understand? So this modernization too has created, because anywhere you find yourself, you need to adjust. The mixture too has introduced us to foreign culture that will learn modern way of life and how to live with people. Because for you to live with people, you must understand their way of life. So if not for the modernization, how would the people come close to us that we understand their way of life for us to assimilate ourselves with them?
Wow. Okay, now your words, your word of advice. As a district head, I want you to advise, not only your people, but the indigenous people of the FCT, and then you now greet your people in your language.
Okay. My words of advice for everyone, not just only in FCT but in Nigeria, is that peace is the best. Whatever situation you find yourself, let's embrace peace. Because even if person come now and match you, you say, because you match me, you give the person a blow. Maybe the person will fall down and die. But it's just a match. Why do you match me? Then we should equally respect authority. It's not easy. People who are the helm of affairs, we need to actually respect them, cooperate with them. I think that is the only way we can move forward. For my people, Babie, when I say, Uchulubwe, Gadaba, Gomo, Agabe. To ban kiki am bi member va kimite member videkete se basambaro sibururu maro gwangwato namdere ya kame ovo Alhaji Yunusa Ashama Karmo member kongere va kimia Garmo Popate nandono NTA Channel 5 studio Abuja magara kanyamete Chris Bemete ganuke ya nede ni babye ya mo idie ibu doro tuke be nede ra anya na maya agatara enye ne kinde meche igenji so soiri sigapa kuma sajoro tuke eboruborubo sigapa sajoro tuke eboruborubo gi amoti pizza gi agagezuge mbene sigapa dogo ngwe igbo.
I think I need to learn this language. So how do I say thank you?
Mba.
How do I say good morning?
Nyamose.
So I'm saying to everyone that is from Gade, Nyamose, and I said thank you is
Mba.
Thank you so much. So Mbasa.
Mba.
Thank you.
Mba.
Wow. Thank you so much for
thank you.
And thank you for speaking to your people and to Nigerians in general.
Thank you.
For the peace. Yes, truly we need peace. And thank you for the farm work, because without the farm work, there will be no food.
No food.
Thank you so much. Well, we've been speaking with Alhaji Yunusa Karimo, Shama. Karimo, let me put it that way. He is the district head of Karimo, Sabo in the FCT. And you've heard all he said to us. Peace. Without peace, we can't do anything. And we must live together, unity. And we should not forget the farm. He said they set out time to go to the farm to make sure that we have food. All right. So the program is still Good Morning Abuja. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.